My attempts to mate with a piece of software will now...
Have you seen the movie Her, John? Because it's your life story with Craig.
I haven't. Her, H-E-R.
It's very good. It's surprising insofar as it's a science fiction movie that's actually upbeat. And quite positive in outlook.
Impossible.
Oh wow! Oh, I must check it out. Wait, so it's just called Her, H-E-R.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I will perhaps give it a watch. I might nominate it for the Lancaster University Bailrig FM podcasts podcast.
I still need to actually go on that. I always keep forgetting to be like, yeah, put me down.
It's very good.
Yeah, to be fair, they've done a couple of movies I have not seen, so obviously I wouldn't.
Oh
yeah.
Well, no, actually, all of the films that they've done so far, all of the films of the podcast that I've been on so far are films that I haven't seen. I've basically used the podcast as a excuse to take time out of my working schedule to watch a film.
Oh, you love it.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna lead into so I just like bullshit my way through the whole podcast.
Oh, I've got to try. I've got to try that. Oh wow. I must do that.
Yeah, and I mean, if we look at it from a Freudian perspective, it's really quite interesting.
Never look at anything from a Freudian perspective. Never do that.
Now, Craig David perspective, that's a different thing.
It's just music, man. It's just music.
I am the music man. I come from far away. What can you play? Play my dick.
Oh.
Play Despacito.
Tiny instrument.
No, neither.
Okay. Well, moving swiftly on. I've said that for the second time now, but yes.
This all better be in the official recording.
It might be.
Okay.
I will decide when I'm editing it. But yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Okay.
It's a bad idea.
Right. Okay. Hello everyone. And welcome to Talk of the Devil, the Lancaster University Comedy Society's topical news show. I'm your host, John Lee, and now I shall launch into my the introductions of my guests, and for this I have some music. So, Craig has left. Craig is clear.
Craig, no! Why, Craig? Please, Craig.
Oh well. Craig did not want to be introduced, but it is okay because I have got other recording softwares open now. So
you genius.
Sometimes
I'm
amazed by my own genius. But yes, right. So introducing my guests. Cue the music.
Choose your character.
We have got Frederick Lloyd. Introduce yourself.
I'm Fred. My favourite colour isn't red. I'll do ya in my bed. Oh!
And next up, Kamran.
Hi, I'm Cam, just Cam. I'm the man, and I don't like spam.
Perfect. Me neither. And Patrick Burton, last but not least, introduce yourself.
What up? It's your boy, Patty B. I'm a Samus main, and I'm sponsored by, I don't know if you can hear this, Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling.
Perfect. And I hope that none of your voices have been drowned out too much by the din of this Marion.
Roy's our boy. Roy's our... Oh, still... Never mind.
Well, I can play it again. Moving swiftly on.
It's one of the rounds we all play Smash Bros. And whoever wins gets the point.
I do actually have Smash Bros on my Switch.
Yeah. So let's all go around to Cameron's in our protective biohazard suits, and we'll just play a few rounds of Smash.
Our Lancaster University Common is 2 branded hazmat suits.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Don't give
Coca-Cola
me
basically
ideas.
since 1886.
Pepsi's better.
Oh yes, 1886. Back when Chloe Humphreys was first joining.
Oh no!
Hey!
She's not even here,
That's a good joke
man.
for all you legacy listeners. You know, if you know, you know. Haha.
John,
If you don't
it's
know, go
firing
back and listen
shots.
to every previous episode of Talk of the Devil ever, and you'll understand.
Oh. Sorry, Cameron, were you saying something?
Oh, I was gonna say John is top firing shots today.
Yeah.
He is.
Oh well. Let us move into our first round. With good advice, bad advice, terrible advice.
Ooh.
Hell yes. So, right. I'm going to randomize my list of all of you lovely people, and okay. So, Patrick Burton will be on good advice. Cameron
Okay.
Khan will be on bad advice, and Frederick Bloy
Yep.
will be on terrible advice. And
Cool.
indeed, and my first piece of advice, not piece of advice, my first request for advice, as given to me by the lovely Tristan Selvage, it is, hi, it's past the closing hour for the supermarket, and I've forgotten to get myself food. I'm hungry, and all I have is random ingredients in my cupboard. What can I do? All right, Patrick Burton, your good advice.
Well, there are various options you can take. For one thing, you can have a takeaway. There are various, options of getting food that way. But of course, maybe you want to be creative in the kitchen, and that's fantastic that you want to do that. You've got all these random ingredients. I'm sure there are various websites. BBC Good Food is a personal favorite of mine, where I'm sure you can find a really good recipe which incorporates all of those various things. So there's no need for you to go hungry. You just need to, get creative. That's my advice. Thank you.
That is lovely, and I also like how it almost has a reference to "Don't hug me, I'm scared" in it.
I did think that as soon as I said it. I love those.
It's so good. It's so good. But moving on to Cameron Khan, what is your bad advice?
So you don't have any food, but you know who does probably have food? Your flatmates. It's a everyone uses the fridge, so you just, get the things that you need and just take it from there. Or if you live alone, your neighbors will probably have food in their fridge. So just pop on around, and just grab what you need and go.
And wipe all the fingerprints.
Yeah, well, I recommend wearing gloves. Or just chopping off your hands.
Oh.
Uh,
But make sure you stay at least 2 meters away from any potential neighbors.
Oh yes, absolutely. This is only bad advice after all. We're not too crazy.
That's true. It is bad advice.
Oh. And moving on to Frederick Bloy, what is your terrible advice?
Well, in short, it's reject modernity, embrace nature. Go and lick the moisture off the trees along the canal. Use the canal as your bedtime drinking water. Use the moss along the paths and pavements as your tea time biscuits. And besides, you may say, that's not that much of a diet. Well, it'd probably be good for you to lose some weight if you're worrying about that then, Tubby. So,
Rude.
The thing about this round is there's no winner for this round, but I kind of sometimes often want there to be, and in this case, it would be that. But
Yeah, John, the computer science student, hates modernity. He hates technology.
Yeah.
He wants us all to regress back to the pre-industrial revolution.
Well, my coursework would absolutely disappear if that happened. So
That's true.
all right, all right. On to our next request for advice. From once again the lovely Tristan Selvage. Um, After I wash my clothes in the washing machine, I have no tumble dryer to get them dry, and nowhere to hang them up either. What shall I do? And I am going to rotate the list again. So this time, Cameron, you're on good advice. Fred, you're on bad advice. And Patrick, you're on terrible advice. All right, Cameron, take it away.
Well, so these dry your clothes. To steal what someone else said, reject modernity, embrace nature. Put them on a clothesline. Let nature dry it for you. The wind will and the sun will dry your clothes for you. You don't need a tumble dryer. You're actually saving money by not using a tumble dryer, saving electricity and saving water. Is doing good stuff for the planet. And yeah, you can even make your own. All you need is some clothes pegs, a very long piece of string, and two pieces of wood, and you can make your own clothesline from home.
Perfect. Wonderful. Life hacks. And next up, we've got Fred Bloy on bad advice. Fred, whenever you're ready.
So, I'd like to ask you, what do you after you shower or have a bath if you're so inclined? What do you do? What do you use to dry yourself? I think the most common answer would probably be some form of towel, some form of cloth. What I would do is just start up your own cycle. Take those damp clothes and then use other cloth, i.e., other dirty clothing, to dry the clean clothes, and then put them aside. And then what you can do with this dirtied clothing by washing and drying the other clothes is then put them in the wash after a day or so, and then just keep going.
Oh, an endless cycle. Oh, wonderful.
Indeed.
Yes, a cycle in more ways than one. Hey, washing machine puns. And
A very rare breed.
Yeah.
Yes, and finally, Patrick Burton on terrible advice. Whenever you're ready.
Well, in short, my answer is reject modernity, embrace nature. So, what even are property rights? What you need to do is you need to destroy all construction that is in your immediate vicinity so that the earth can heal and so that nature can take its course once again. After, say, 200 years, when the roots and vines have finally overgrown everything and you can't see the concrete anymore, only then will life be pure again. Now, how does this relate to you drying your clothes? That's a great question. That's a fantastic question. Let me tell you, you know what? The best dryer in the world is nature, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking wind. I'm talking volcano heat. I'm talking hot springs. There are so many different methods for you to do that, but you can only actually engage with them if you reject modernity and embrace Mother Nature like the true child of the earth that you are.
So, a cheeky nuclear war to wipe out all of mankind, and
No, that's the exact opposite of what I want in this situation. That would destroy nature. That would be really bad.
I was thinking it would hopefully rejuvenate at some point, but
Well, not if there's a nuclear winter, John. Not if the sun is blotted out from the sky for 500 years.
And then we'll get nuclear summer. It's fine.
If you drop the bomb in winter, it's a nuclear summer, and if you drop the bomb in summer, it's a nuclear winter.
No. It's like Game of Thrones. After a nuclear war, there are like loads of years of nuclear winter, and then loads of years of nuclear summer.
Interesting. Oh, lovely stuff. Well, uh, well, all I'm saying is it happened to the dinosaurs, and
They were fine.
The dinosaurs had nuclear weapons. I forgot about the great dinosaur wars where the velociraptors went to war with the triceratops.
They supported
and it doomed the world.
Oh yes, yes, the Soviet Republic of Velociraptors, who supported dinosaur communism. Oh god, yeah.
Which is very different to human communism, just so you know. Totally different, like, ideology. Like, not compatible in any way.
Gives a whole new meaning to the word Tyrannosaurus.
Oh.
Oh dear. Let me tell you what, Cameron, I have not missed you.
I hate you, Patrick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, moving swiftly on, we are going to go into our last request for advice. We've got a request from Joe Dodd. Joe Dodd has just messaged me saying, "Good afternoon, my hearty comrade. I have a piece of advice. How about I'm writing my first novel and I have terrible writer's block? How can I fix this?" And I'm going to spin my wheel again. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to shush. I'm just going to rotate my wheel by one. And so we're going to have Cameron.
But John, what happened to your lovely assistant who normally spins the wheel for you?
Well, you know, COVID-19 and all that. They
Of
had to
course,
lay
yeah.
off, you
Oh,
know. Yeah.
dear.
Oh well. Oh god, what was it? Okay, so before it went Cameron on good, Fred on bad, Patrick on terrible. So that means it is now Fred on good, Patrick on bad, Cameron on
Yeah.
terrible. So
okay.
Yes, I am suffering from terrible writer's block. How can I fix this? Fred, whenever you're ready.
I mean, this is kind of funny because the good advice has fallen to the person studying creative writing. I mean, when I have writer's block, I mean, you can keep a journal of some kind. I don't like to carry a journal with me everywhere because I think it's a bit excessive. But just if you get ideas, just put it down anywhere, really. Like, you know, a bit of paper. I once used a tissue because I didn't have any paper around. Go for a walk, I find helps. Like, take some music with you or something. Don't force it because then the writing will just be nasty. Like, it just won't be good, and you'll have to do mass editing or delete whole sections and stuff. Yeah, mostly just don't panic. Just stay collected, write some stuff down, take a break, take a breather.
Oh, very, very, very good advice. I like that a lot. I might incorporate it.
Please do. If it doesn't work, you feel free to blame me as well.
I will sue. And and yes, yeah, creative writing student fakes expertise and.
I think that's a
Read all about it. Expose.
All right. Moving swiftly on to Patrick Burton with your bad advice, Patrick. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, indeed. Now, I often find when I engage in the creative literary pursuits of the world that I sometimes encounter. And to me, writer's block, it is as a block of wood preventing your creativity from spreading and flowing through your fingertips into the pen or into the keyboard. Now, what do we do with blocks of wood? We get an axe, right? So if you've got writer's block, you need a writer's axe to cut through the writer's block. And once you cut through it, then you have two mini writer's blocks. You can just discard, you can put them in the writer's block shed, and then over time you can burn them for writer's warmth. And in this way, your creativity will be able to just surge forward.
Oh yes, Oh, wonderful.
That sounds exactly like an awful self-help book. Ugh.
Oh, yes, I see that now. Yes, yes. £21 from Waterstones.
Mm.
This and this American professor is giving you tips on how to improve your life.
It's got
yes.
a very American non-name like Anderson Lazarus or something like
Yeah.
Anderson Lazarus, Dr. Anderson Lazarus, but they have a
Yes.
doctorate in like PE, not like any medical kind of.
Oh wow. And moving on. To Cameron Khan, what is your terrible advice?
So you've got a writer's block, and you're trying to write the next big hit novel, right?
Mm.
Here's what you do: take something that's already been written and successful, and just put your name on it. Because there's a fine line between plagiarizing and inspiration, right? JK is not going to notice if you call him Gary Potter, you know. Maybe it's going to be called 50 Shades of Beige. No, you're not going to get sued. If you want to, the person who wrote Twilight, you call it shit. It's not going to, oh, sorry. I just realized I thought. Sorry, shouldn't have done that. Right, you get my meaning. There's a fine line between plagiarizing and inspiration. So you just take what's already written, what's already been proven to be a success, and just slap your name on it. Alternatively, you take an infinite number of monkeys and give them an infinite number of typewriters and put them in a room, and eventually, you'll get Shakespeare, and eventually you'll get Nick.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. You stupid monkey. Now, okay, so Cameron, just I hate to interject, but just very quickly, if I was to sum up your answer in just a quick soundbite, would I be correct in saying reject modernity, embrace nature?
You know what? Yes, because they're using typewriters and not like fancy computers or laptops. Yeah, I guess you'd say right. I am
Okay.
rejecting modernity and embracing nature.
Oh, damn straight. Okay, wonderful. Well, we have rejected a lot of modernity on this round.
Hang on, wait. This isn't live, is it?
No.
So I can swear.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You can swear anyway. We're not on the FM.
Well, I didn't. I felt bad. Right. Not a sweary boy.
Yes, you fucking are.
Fuck you, Patrick.
Fuck you, Cameron.
Fuck you, Patrick.
I sense that this exchange could go on indefinitely, so we should probably just move on to the next round.
Good idea.
Yes. The argument wasn't really progressing. Okay. Right. Moving on. Right. We are about to launch into our first song break. But before that, we have a improv round, for which you guys are going to think up of answers while the song is playing. Now, normally, the improv round that I like to play is the what would you do for this and this round? But I'm briefly switching it up with this time the improv round will be make up a story with these 3 key words in it.
Oh, okay.
So yes, if you make up a news article featuring these keywords here, the keywords are election, bracelet, and I'm gonna put a hyphen in here so that it's 3 keywords, poop emoji. So yes. Bracelet. I will put the keywords in the chat.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No worries. And
If I already have one, do I get bonus points for being the best?
what, you've got a story now?
Yeah.
I haven't planned for this particular contingency. Well.
I mean,
John, you should have planned for my brilliance.
Patrick's used to finishing too quickly.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh.
We got them.
I tell you what, that burn was pretty hot. But to be fair, it's still not as hot as my mixtape Cameron card. So you can't beat me on that front.
You have a mixtape. You don't have a CD.
Yeah, I've got a mixtape. Yeah,
You're.
I have to keep it in
projecting
the
within-
Earth's core so that I can heat the whole world because of how hot it is.
All right.
Right. Okay. Well. Now I'm gonna say, Patrick. Use the song break to perfect your story.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm with you.
Awesome stuff.
You got it, Chief.
Sick. Right. Okay. So, now straight from Patrick's mixtape is the first song break, and the songs of this episode are all going to tie into a common news story that's been in the news this week. They will be referencing the news story with the lyrics or with the name of the artist, or of course with the title of the song. And the song that I'm going to play first for this first song break is Jabba the Hutt. And this song is actually a song that was originally made by the YouTuber PewDiePie. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, get ready for some absolute fire.
Fruity series up the pewds.
Yeah, nothing but a bitch lasagna. So,
Yeah.
yes. So this is Jabba the Hutt by PewDiePie. Do enjoy, and I'll talk to you after the break.
How's it going, bro? My name is PewDiePie. You are the most beautiful.
Yeah, man. What wild times we used to live in. Now they're just perfectly ordinary, normal, nothing strange occurs ever. It's great.
Oh yeah, God. Sure am hoping that the people over at Wuhan are nice and and sanitary and all that. But yes. Well, anyway, moving on. Now, we have three people with some made up articles to read out. So, I'm gonna spin my wheel. Having to do it myself. Oh God, COVID's really hit. But yeah. Right. So, first up, Frederick Bloy. What is your made up article?
So, this is the incredibly endearing story of how they invented the first emojis for text usage. Incredibly endearing. So they held an election for it, right? And you got your standards in there. You got your laughy face, to be used when you don't actually find the thing that funny, but you have to try and show some credit for an effort being made.
Fred, all your messages to me have that emoji in. Oh no!
No, that is true. I never actually send you any words. I just send that emoji. The number of them sort of.
Fred, are you coming over? Laughing face emoji. Fred, please come over. Like there's been an accident. Your father's in danger. Laughing face emoji. Fred, your father's going into the emergency room. We don't know if he's going to make it. Please come. Laughing face.
Look. You set up a certain style. You have to stick to it. So, but yes, they were holding an election. You got your laughy face. Your crying face. Your like sweat drop face. Your so on and so forth. And everyone's like, "Oh, we're done here. But then, last minute, in walks the CEO of Toilet Time, is what I'm going to call it. He walks in, and he's like, whoa, aren't you forgetting? We're trying to be relatable here, right? And everybody poops So I think there should be a poop emoji. Like, we can't just put poop on a phone. That's ridiculous. And then he's like, no, don't poop on the phone. That is ridiculous. I'm talking about the emoji. And they said, oh, okay, I see. So yeah, they really deliberated it, and they weren't too sure what to do. But right, CEO of Toilet Time, CEO of Poop, had a great plan. He walked up to the head of the emoji department, you see, and he gave him a friendship bracelet, right? And he had one on as well, so that when they both wear it and put the love hearts on it together, it says BFF, the number 4, and then ever. And he was like, "Oh, I'm so flattered. I'm so happy. You know what? I'll give you a poop emoji, but I'll make it the dang happiest poop emoji I've ever seen." And the main headline of this story is CEO of Toilet Time and head of emoji department get married. So not only are they very close friends, but they are married. Matching wedding rings, both with the poop emoji on it. The election was a great success. So, yeah.
Okay, Fred, during the time it took you to recant that epic, I have grown a full beard down to my navel. Yeah, so I hope you really appreciate my new facial hair after I have had to sit through that epic in order to get to what I believe, frankly, is not a very good payoff. But John is the host, and John gets to determine points. So you know what, John? You go.
I mean,
My opinion's been said.
Don't listen to Patrick. That was a good story. You did good, buddy.
Thanks, Cameron. I mean, Patrick,
We weren't told to present a story.
Well, Patrick, you see, I think that's possibly the thinnest veiled attempt of all time to make someone else's answer look bad, and I'm very disappointed.
No, it's not. Fake news. Fake news. Saying fake news over and over again is the thinnest veil.
True.
Well, now, children.
Maybe my standards are just too high. I'm sorry, John.
Well, we're about to see how high your standards are, Mr. Burton, because it is you next. Let's hear this. This wonderfully short and compact.
Yes, indeed. Now, poop emoji themed bracelet. Among latest evidence presented by the Trump campaign in efforts to override the election.
Ooh. Okay, I do like that.
Thank you very much. I'm here all week because I have to be, because we have to stay indoors.
Indeed.
Right. Well, Kamran, now what is your article? Yes. Hit us with it.
Poop emoji, still better candidate for any election, wears Save the Children bracelet from Fortnite. Now, I'm gonna do a mix. I'm gonna give you the title. I'm gonna give you a bit of the story, but not as long as Fred's story, right?
Okay.
So it's a big election coming up, right? You might have missed it. It is to decide the new leader of the Democratic People's Republic of the Congo. Yes, that's the place. And this proof emoji is running, like an actual proof emoji. And he's saying, hey, we should be good and do good things and look at this bracelet for Save the Kids. And everyone's like, oh, damn, he's so charitable. He's got a bracelet. And he wins in a milestone landslide of 800% turnout.
Wow.
Wow, that's nearly as much of a high turnout as Vladimir Putin got in his last election.
Yes, indeed.
Awkward.
It soon starts to spread, and every country wants to be a democratic People's Republic of blank.
Wait, do you mean the Democratic Republic of the Congo? It's not the Democratic People's Republic of the Congo.
It is now.
Okay.
No, it's a democratic poop emoji republic of. Let's move on. Okay. Right. Okay. I now have to assign points, and I must say I enjoyed them all. But I quite liked how Cameron's one had such a positive impact on the rest of the world, and I quite like how you also renamed an entire country. That is an alpha move. So,
Alpha
Cameron.
move. It's an idiotic move.
Well, the point is going to Cameron. So,
Oh,
Hey,
what is it? Oh,
suck it,
why?
Patrick.
No, okay. That just means, come on, mine is like totally believable. If you read that, you would not be surprised at this point in time. You'd just be like, oh yeah, of course, you know? I'm out here doing my bit, but apparently it's not enough.
Yeah. This is not a show where we report the truth. No. We are 100% fake news on this show.
Oh, 100%.
So
We are the fake news media.
exactly. Right. Fill in the blank. That is the title of our next round. And,
Wait, But John, what about the overarching story?
Oh, yes. Well, does anyone have any inklings?
Is it Rudy
No.
Giuliani appearing in federal court to defend Trump?
It is not.
Is
Okay,
it
but you
the
gotta
death-
admit, he's basically Jabba the Hutt.
Is it the
Oh,
death
no.
of the guy who played Darth Vader?
That's very sad, but it's not. Yes, I just read about that.
Wait, James Earl Jones is dead?
No, the guy who actually, the actor who played him, James Earl
Oh,
Jones
yeah.
voiced him.
Yes.
That's still sad, but even more sad because I don't know his actual name.
Hmm.
Was it? It was Mr. Prouse? Something Prouse.
I think it's Prowse. Yeah.
Richard Prouse or something like that. But yeah.
Rip.
But no, it is not that story.
Does it involve anyone dying?
Well, hopefully not.
Is it something to do? Is it something to do with YouTube?
No, and I'm going to move on. I'm going to move
Wait,
on.
Alright,
Fred hasn't
okay.
guessed yet.
Yeah,
I
Fred.
don't want to. I don't want to. I'm biding my time.
Nice one, Fred. Being such a killjoy. Fred.
Screw you guys. John put effort into these songs. Screw you.
Thank you. Well, you have faith that I put a lot of effort into this episode. Okay, moving on. Right. We are now moving on to a round called Fill in the Blank, also called Mind the Gap. And the first headline is and there just scream into your microphones what you think the words might be. Yeah, we a buzzer system would make too much sense to go on this show. So the first headline is Thailand police bust warehouse and claim to have seized blank, but it turns out to be blank.
Cocaine and
So
sugar.
Thai police bust into warehouse and claim to see the Shard of Turin, but actually it is used toilet paper.
It's not that. It's
Damn! I must have been close though, surely.
They claim to have seized blank, having busted into this warehouse, but it turns out it's not blank, it's blank.
Weed.
Claim to have seized cocaine.
Ketamine.
Seized cocaine, but it's
Cameron's
actually
got it.
washing up powder.
Cameron's got it.
Oh,
It was ketamine. They claim
I was listing
claimed
drugs.
they claimed to have seized ketamine,
Okay,
but
wait.
going back to the headline, they claim to have seized ketamine, but it turned out to be blank.
Protein powder.
Washing up powder.
I'm gonna have to give that to Patrick.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was detergent.
Yeah, baby.
So that brings us to. Oh, I haven't been writing down the points.
So I have 5 points, John. Fred has 4 and Patrick has 0.
All right. Okay. Right.
Oh, man. Can you just imagine that Thai police just like roll up to like home base, like flipping. Well, not really home base. I don't know where'd you get the from. Let's just say like an Asda warehouse man, just like freeze, get the hands up. Oh my God, look at all these drugs. They've got weed. They've got all this stuff. It's like, sir, this is Basil.
Yeah. Yes, but no. I've put the link in the chat. Yeah, so after raiding a warehouse, Thailand police claimed to have seized the largest amount of ketamine ever seized in Thailand. It was 475 bags, or 11.5 tons, of the white powder that was discovered. Now, the police tested the substance using on-the-spot tests, which turned purple upon...
Spot test. What were the police just wanting to get high? It's like, oh yeah, no, that's it. That's the stuff. Woo!
Oh, well, a rigorous testing system. But no, they used on-the-spot tests which turned purple upon detecting ketamine hydrochloride. But unbeknownst to the police, the tests also turn purple upon detecting trisodium phosphate, a chemical found in detergent. So yes.
What a rookie mistake.
Exactly.
Were they not a little bit put off when they discovered all the ketamine in like Persil packets, or you know?
That's a good point. That's an excellent point. But maybe not. So yes. That is our first story. On to the next one. Here it comes. After decades of mockery, Austrian village changes its name from blank to blank.
It's fucking,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Is it a thing? Yeah.
Okay, Patrick's okay. Well, you've
It's
got
fucking, now it's fuking or something like that.
right. Well, you've got the point very well. So you've got the fucking, but
Oh, it's fudging, isn't it?
I'm gonna give that to Cameron. Yes, it is.
I hate this game.
Wait. Fred, did you say it before?
No, I didn't. It's no.
Okay, cool beans. So, yes, that is the story. The town has attracted a lot of tourism, I believe.
Yeah.
Over the
Let's
last.
apparently the sign keeps getting stolen like every other week. Like,
I mean, I'd steal that sign.
yeah, it apparently it's going to go into effect in like 2 months, so there's still time to steal the sign if you want to.
I'm booking a flight to Austria.
Oh yeah.
No time to explain.
We've got to put that sign in Sladeburn. It's loose.
Oh, get in, loser. We're going to steal a sign in rural Austria.
Oh, yes, it's a Lucy social. Nicking the sign.
We just get wasted on the flight over, and then we find the flag.
But yes. So yes. The original name of the village, fucking, dates back to the 11th century. And the inhabitants have finally grown weary of the mockery it received, and the local council has now decided to rename it to fuging or fugging, or I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But yes.
It's quite sad, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I would be inclined to keep it if I lived in a place called fucking. And if it brings in tourists, well, shucks howdy, you know. There are worse ways to bring in tourists.
Shucks howdy.
Yeah. No, very true.
I would actually be inclined to move somewhere called fucking. In fact, have any of you ever seen? There's a couple of streets actually named this in the UK, but I have seen one in person in Manchester, although it might be Salford technically. Called My Street.
Oh.
So What I would really want, what would be perfect, would be if I lived in the town of fucking and then I lived on my street. So my address would be fucking
Oh god.
or my street, comma, fucking.
Like, yeah, your auntie is just like texting you, Patrick, you've moved to a new address. Please send me your address. Fucking my street, mate.
Fucking my street, mate. Oh, and I just, where do you live? My street. Yeah. What street is that? My street.
Yeah, where's your street, mate? That's my street. Well, tired your bullshit here, boy.
But yes, right. So, next round, me hearties, and the points are currently Cameron has 3 points, Patrick has 2 points, and Fred, I'm afraid, has only. Well, actually, I said only, but he's only got 0. So,
Nice one, Cameron. Let's go.
Fucking go.
Well, you two seem to oscillate between bitter enemies and allies very quickly.
It's a weird relationship.
Yeah, it's very weird. You'd have to be there from day one to really understand the full
Yeah,
complexity of it.
we'll sell the rights when it makes a movie or anime.
Right. Yeah.
Oh god.
I want Tom Hanks to play me.
Okay, I want Jason Momoa or The Rock to play me.
I think The Rock would be a good use, Cameron.
Yeah, we're just so identical, you know.
Yeah, look, exactly the same.
Well, moving on to our final round of this game. Our final fill in the blanks. Okay. Scientists develop an electronic blank that can mimic the natural functions of human blank.
They create an electronic penis, and it can pee. It pees like human penises do.
I'm afraid not, but
brain, heart,
oh, we're doing well with organs.
lungs.
Oh, skin's an organ.
Oh, wait, what was that, Cameron?
Skin.
Oh my god, he's gone and done it again.
What, electronic skin?
Skin's an organ. I realised that turkey skin is an organ. It's the largest organ that you have.
It is.
Yeah. But I mean, what is there as part of skin to be electrified? Like, an electric heart makes sense because it needs to pump blood around the body, but the skin's just kind of there, man.
Two possibilities. One, so you don't shock yourself when you're on the carpet.
What?
And
shut up, Cameron. No, I don't want to hear your second option. Your second option's probably also stupid.
Okay, so it's electronic skin that can
mimic human skin.
Can it heal itself? Is it self-healing?
Well, okay. I think, I'm reading the article now. I think, yeah, because I'm so well prepared for this episode.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to be the one that said it.
Well, okay, so it can be used in prosthetics, apparently. So, I guess you might have some nerve endings which might be connected to the electronic skin. Not sure how that works, but so I guess it's to emulate a sense of feel on your prosthetic limbs. And soft robotics, as well. Well, I want to say sex dolls, but but yes, so it's interesting, but yes, I have not read the article well enough to offer a very good overview, but I'll read it out. A material that mimics human skin. Stretchability, strength, and sensitivity could be used to collect biological data in real time. Electronic skin, or e-skin, may play an important role in upcoming next-generation personalized medicine, prosthetics, AI, and soft robotics. Yes. mimicking the many natural functions of human skin, for example, sensing temperature and touch accurately and in real time. So, yes.
Wow.
Yes, a little bit of science. So yes, that brings us to the end of the fill in the blanks round. We now move on to our second song break. And but before we launch into the song break, it's the creative answers round. And this time I'm going back to just a classic creative answers question. And my question to you lovely people is, how did the Austrian town get named fucking in the first place? That is my question to you. And the song tying in to the overarching theme is, in this case, The Next Episode by Dr. Dre.
Mm.
Yes, indeed. So, talk to you guys soon.
Coming at you.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy, man. I think I just
Howdy.
got contact high off of that, man. Hold on, you just like to calm down.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful.
oh.
God, they must have been smoking some of that parsley, according to the Thai police. But
Yes.
but yes. Right. So, that was The Next Episode by Dr. Dre, and I'm going to ask, what do you guys have any more inklings as to what the overarching story could be?
I do, yeah, but I have my I view this show as a tight ship, John. So I will withhold them until the end.
What? Why? You get more points if you answer earlier.
No, I think it's just the 1 point for it, isn't it?
Well, actually, I hadn't really planned this far ahead, but I normally just give the point if you get
Yeah.
but I will say that's a good idea, Patrick. So
Oh, freaking hell!
so well,
Oh, come on!
okay. Well, no. I mean, well, I'm thinking this is good for you, Fred. Like, I mean, I'm thinking, you know, if you know this, if you think you know the story now, if you
Are they
give the story
making
out now-
another? Are they making a new series of Star Wars films? Is it like the next episode? Is it episode 10?
Is it the
Is it the
Mandalorian?
new
The
episode
Mandalorian.
1?
No,
right?
no, it isn't. It is nothing to do with the Mandalorian.
Oh,
I-
snap!
Is it related in any way to Star Wars?
It is not.
Well,
I
then
do have
what
another
the devil
theory,
the-
though.
Man?
I do have another theory.
A game theory?
Yeah, exactly that. Yes. Is it something to do with next gen consoles?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that clever.
No, it is nothing to do with those things. I will tell you guys. I will start giving you hints after the third and final song break.
Okay.
Actually, I will start giving you hints now. I will give you a single hint now.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Let me just gird my loins for a second. Let me just. I'm ready.
It's to do with COVID. So yeah.
This does not narrow it down nearly as much as I thought it would.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Yes. So on to the third and final round, and this round is the true or false stories round.
True.
1 point deducted from
John,
Cameron.
The creative answers.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh God!
We run a very tight ship here at the Lancaster University Comedy Institute.
Oh God!
And if you're the kind of person who can stand such scrutiny, you better come along. And
Mm.
Okay. I will cut that part out of the episode.
Hey!
I love being the guy who's in charge of editing. Okay. So the creative answers round. How did that town get named fucking in the first place? And I'm going to spin my lovely wheel. Uh, and first up, Patrick Burton. How did it get
Okay,
named?
so it's a rather interesting story. So essentially, it's a village which has been made up of three historic hamlets that existed quite close to each other, and then just as they developed, they connected, and then they became this one joint village. So the first hamlet's name was Foonhaber. The second village's name is Kriegblitzen, and the third place is called Ingsberg. And then they decided, well, we better just combine all these names together, and they came up with Fuking.
Oh, right. Oh, perfect. Lovely, lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And next up, Frederick Bloy.
Okay, so I'm going to try and say this, do this answer without actually uttering the name of the town. So, this word is obviously not offensive to the people of Austria in the same way that it's offensive to a country that has English as its first language. So my theory is that that word that has to have been put there by English people, right? And England, famously a country that are very good for not solving problems, for just picking them up and moving them somewhere else. For example, when the problem is England itself, we don't solve the problem, we just divorce ourselves from Europe.
Yeah.
So I imagine
last time we tried to make a new England, and that just created America, and that didn't work.
that is itself just another problem.
Yeah.
So I theorize that we had some very raucous, disruptive, old-timey English folk. And whoever the king of that part of England was at the time said, you know what, no, lads, I'm going to send you off to somewhere in like down there. I have no idea what country it is, but, good luck. So this was like old-timey colonism before colonialism, before colonialism was viewed as intrinsically bad sort of thing. So those people just moved over there, and because they were all a bit annoying and stuff, they said, right, we're going to call this village this word to curse you. And over time, as those people lived there, they lost their grip on the English language, started to speak more German. And over time, the meaning of the word was lost to that village, which is why they're all a bit confused as to why it's so offensive nowadays.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm almost convinced that is how it got named. That's such a.
It's normally us. We're not very good people.
Oh, very, very true. Yes, anything bad in the world, you can trace it back through time, and you'll find that the UK has had a hand in it.
It's fairly likely, yeah.
But yes, and that brings us on to Cameron. How did it get named fucking?
Well, obviously it's made in the 18th century, so you didn't have you couldn't go back and change it. You can't retype it in. You couldn't just press backspace. So you have a guy with a hammer and chisel ready to carve the name, but the guy who's trying to think of the name, he's stuck. He couldn't remember. He wrote it down in his hand, but it got all submerged in the rain. So it's called fucking, and then the guy chisels in the word fucking, and that's how it gets called. He types it, he chisels it. It's like, well, I started, may as well finish, and it's just stuck.
Well, I was going to say either that or he's a really fast chiseler. Like,
A little of column A, a little of column B.
oh, oh, lovely stuff. Oh, these are all very, very good. Ooh, this is hard. This is hard. I really like. I do like Cameron's answer a lot. And I do like Fred's answer a lot.
Unlucky Patrick.
Yeah, it's okay. Mine was just quite diegetic, like quite. You know what? I've just got to stop going for believable answers. Clearly.
I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no,
That
no,
was
no, Your sorry is nothing right now, John. Your sorry is, I'm sorry, Patrick. You're just not very funny, and I hate you.
Ooh,
I don't think
dear.
you're very creative.
You ain't lying.
Meanwhile, Cameron and Fred, I love those guys. They're amazing.
Ain't lying.
Wow.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, well, awkward turtle. I am going to give the point to Cameron. Because
John.
I just
Eat shit, Patrick.
So I'm already floundering as it is, man. For the sake of the entertainment value of the show that you are
Wait,
hosting.
how many points am I on? How many points is Patrick on? How many points is Fred on?
Cameron's on 5, Patrick's on 2, Fred's on 0.
I donate.
No.
3
I
points to
don't
Fred.
want your pithy charity,
I'm giving 3
Cameron.
points to Fred.
I
so
don't
he's on the same
know.
level, Patrick.
No. Up yours. No, keep your damn point. I don't know.
Bloody hell.
Nice try, Cameron.
well,
But as the old saying goes, you snooze, get fucked.
oh, oh gosh. Moving on to the true or false round. Now I'm going to read out 3 stories, and for each of them, the contestants are going to guess if they are true or false. So, my first story, I'm going to read out the headline and then the story. Here it comes. Plane crew accidentally tune in to Radio 3 during landing. And here's the story. A classical mistake. On Monday evening...
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, please continue.
On Monday evening at approximately 11:20 p.m. GMT, a plane flying from Manchester to Luton Airport had to delay its landing procedure and circle round the airport again due to their radio failing to tune in with the air traffic control tower at Luton and instead tuning to 91 MHz, picking up BBC Radio 3. An official spokesperson for British Airways said it is thought that the receiver in the cockpit had to be turned off and on again, and in doing so, the wrong frequency band was entered. Being played on Radio 3 at the time of the incident was Mahler's First Symphony. The plane successfully made its landing 40 minutes later. What do you guys think?
Okay, John. So, you know that I know quite a bit about classical music, right? You know this.
Yeah.
Mahler's symphonies are extraordinarily long. Some of the longest written. These are minimum hour-long symphonies. For a radio station to play a whole one in one sitting, if that's what you're describing, is an incredibly ballsy move. Normally they play a movement, I would have thought, or something.
Well, the story I read out didn't specify whether it was playing it in its entirety or if it was playing it by one movement.
Indeed.
Now that is the sound of John floundering, trying to save his ass.
I think I'm gonna go for false. I'm gonna go for false.
Right. Okie dokie. They, maybe the people flying the plane would have been so in love with the beautiful Mahler's First Symphony that they would have just landed the plane anyway. But moving on to what Patrick and Cam, what do you guys think?
Well, okay, I think it's also false. For the reasons that Fred has highlighted very well. Thank you very much, Fred. And also for a few other reasons. One, the opener of the article. Wow.
That was
That was
special.
quite. I really want it to be real. I really want someone to be like, classic mistake. But no. Secondly, I just have a lot more faith in the technology used aboard aircraft and elsewhere. Maybe I'm just naive and optimistic. I don't know. Thirdly, if the plane had to circle the airport for 40 minutes, it would begin to run out of fuel. And that is not very good, especially if you're a passenger. It would start to get very tense. Maybe you do run out of fuel. That's not very good. I'm sure that, they would have, because pilots have landed planes before without the guidance of the air traffic control people. So I'm sure that they would have just had to do that. Many pilots can do it. Many pilots have done it. It's something that can definitely be done. If there was a serious problem, like an inability to communicate with air traffic control, then I'm sure they would have had to have done that in some way. Lastly, this flight went to Luton.
Mhm.
I'm not doubting that Luton Airport exists. I'm just doubting the frequency of flights being made currently because of everything that's going on. So I'm going to say, for all of those reasons, false.
Cool. I thought you were going to say that just nobody would ever want to fly to Luton, but
Oh no.
Well, there's also that, but
To our Luton viewers, as president, I'd like to say you brought this on yourself.
yeah.
Cameron, what do you think?
I'm saying it's false. I'm not gonna give a reason.
So basically, Cameron's saying, I possibly thought it was true, but since Fred and Patrick are so much smarter than I am, and they have highlighted many issues which I didn't see because I'm a big dum-dum, then I'm going to also say false. Is that correct, Cameron?
Oh,
2 point Burton is only half right. Burton 2 points is only
Yeah.
really. Smelly poopy Burton 2 points isn't fully right.
Right. Okay. Well, we're all going with false then.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you are all bloody right.
Hey.
I'm so sorry, John. I feel really bad.
What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Including the line "a classical mistake."
That was but it's so believable that I just couldn't. I didn't want to believe it was real. You know what I mean? Because the whole thing was like about classical music and everything, and it just I didn't want it to be true.
Okay, right. Fred is now on 1 point. Cameron is on 6.
Come on, boys.
And Patrick is on 3. So yes.
Alrighty, Roo.
On to our next true or false story. True or false? A group of dolphins spotted in the River Thames. Here is the story. Although it's not entirely uncommon for lone dolphins to be spotted in the River Thames, for example, one was spotted near the Palace of Westminster in 2017, never in living memory have there been reports of multiple. A group of 4 dolphins, also called a pod, was first reported early Wednesday morning near the town of Grays, Essex, by Jacqueline Polton, who posted a short video in which the dolphins' 4 fins are visible on social media, writing, "Just seen several dolphins in the Thames." In the hours following, more reports came in of the dolphins being spotted as far up the Thames as 30 kilometres. According to experts, these dolphins are most likely of the variety of harbour porpoises. This has prompted some excitement that the British waters are getting cleaner. Well, what do you guys think?
I mean, I personally sincerely doubt that there are dolphins in the North Sea that want to swim up the Thames, and I sincerely doubt that water in the British Isles is getting cleaner. If anything, I'm sure it's getting dirtier because of inaction and of environmental policy from various reasons. And you know, I don't want to get too political on this political satire show, but. But yeah, mainly I just doubt that dolphins are in the North Sea. I don't believe they are. They live in warmer climates. They live in like Florida and places like that. So I don't know, Jonathan. I don't know.
Interesting.
I guess we come back to Patrick then, I guess.
Wait, pardon.
Well, no, like,
Oh,
is
yes.
that...
Oh, yes, we do.
Has he made a decision?
Oh.
Or...
No, because I can also... Well, okay, here's the thing. I can believe that people are stupid enough to assume that there are dolphins in the Thames. But whether there actually are... Now that's the old who boy.
Okay, I'm going to, like, as the resident London person here, I'm going to angle myself in here and say that I know there have been...
Angle yourself! That's very good there, Mr. Bloy. That's very good.
I serve to please.
That's the purpose in life.
Hey!
Very good. There have been dolphins in the Thames before. I know that's true.
What?
There have been.
What?
This is like a few years ago.
Too cold.
There were
This
dolphins
is
in the Thames.
ridiculous.
However, I do not know of anything recently. I think if there had been dolphins in the Thames recently, my parents would have messaged me and told me. And they haven't done. So basically, John, I'm gambling my parents' love at the rate by which they message and talk to me on the fact that this story is false. I'm gambling on their love.
So there have been dolphins in the Thames?
In the past, yeah.
What the bloody hell are they doing there?
Tourism.
Ugh. All the tourism's on land.
It's a cruise.
It's a cruise, okay. Yeah. A cruise for animals that can already swim. They get on the boat and they see London, because they can't swim.
I mean, sometimes the best holidays are the ones where you don't have to do the same thing over and over again,
Well, actually, okay, I'm going to give you that one. But no, now I feel like, now I'm the fool. Now I'm the prized for being so confident in my assertion that there couldn't possibly be dolphins anywhere near London. So now I feel like an idiot. And now because of that, I'm going to completely renege my previous answer. I'm gonna go all in on true, baby.
Ooh, Patrick is saying that Fred's parents do not love him. Well.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. So, finally, Kamran, what do you think?
Okay. Well, first of all, waters are not getting cleaner. The Thames, London in general, is a disgusting and filthy place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I do believe there was probably dolphins there at one point. Like, they may have been spotted there. For the sake of, me wanting to still be in the lead, I'm saying true.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Well, cool beans. So we've got Fred on false and Patrick and Kamran on true.
Yep, Burton and Khan.
the weird alliance continues. And now, I am happy to say that Fred's parents do love him, and the story
Oh,
is
no!
false.
I should have
Oh!
stuck my ground.
Oh,
I should
Mum
have
and
stuck my
Dad!
ground. There's no reason the Dolphins should be in bloody London. Oh,
Oh, Mum and Dad, you champions! Oh,
Fred's mum and dad, can you answer the question? What the fuck are Dolphins doing in your city?
I can't answer it, so I don't know.
That's why I'm asking your parents.
I'll ask them. I'll ask them when I get
Yeah,
home.
yeah. Tell them in those exact words. Hi, mum and dad. Patrick wanted to know what the fuck Dolphins are doing in bloody London.
I'll write it down. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
I knew the waters weren't getting cleaner. Ah!
Oh, yes, yes. Well, we move on to our last true or false round, and here comes the story. True or false? Deer snatches hunter's rifle in Czech Republic.
Nah.
Here is the story. A group of hunters in the South Bohemian region of the Czech Republic was startled by a twist of events on their hunting trip on Tuesday. They were walking through a forest when they were unexpectedly charged by a stag. The deer ripped the left sleeve of one of the hunters as it ran past him, and in doing so, dislodged the rifle the man had slung over his arm. The deadly weapon then got caught in the antlers of the deer, who continued running, and is now the subject of a search by Czech police.
Wow.
Whoa. Armed and extremely dangerous.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is in the region of what, South Bohemia, you said?
Yes.
Now, see, John, that's quite interesting because Bohemia, as a historical region, if we are to look at it as a whole, the south of said region would not be in the Czech Republic. It would be in the south of what is currently Germany, and going into modern-day Austria, in the north of Austria. So that's interesting.
Ooh.
However,
It's
Wow.
currently
However-
Germany for now.
However, it's also possible that when they say South Bohemia, they just mean the south of their part of Bohemia. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know.
Well.
Are stags that baller? Find out this week on Talk of the Devil.
I'll just go quickly because my reasoning is quite short. What I think you've done is you've found a story and you said, "Oh, something crazy in Eastern Europe that could easily be made up." And then at the same time as well, I like you, John. You're a nice man. I don't think you'd lie to me 3 times in one episode. So I think this one is true.
Interesting.
I'm saying true because I want it to be true.
I do not want the hunters to have guns either. So
Yes. Who? I will also go for true for the sake of if they're all wrong or if they're all right, then the point differentiation stays the same. Whereas if I get it wrong and they get it right, it's just embarrassing for me.
No, you should go false, man, because then you'll get basically you can't win unless you pick different answers to me.
I don't know, Mr. Khan. I don't know. Maybe I've cracked the code and you just don't know it yet.
Well. Are we all going with true then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, you are all correct.
Yay!
Yes, indeed, the story is true. And
See, you know what that stag did? It rejected modernity and it embraced nature.
That it did.
Oh, brilliant.
That stag the real MVP.
Oh wow. But yes. So yes. That is that. And now it is time to move on to our final break. And the song is going to tie into the news theme, and before I play the song, I'm going to ask you guys a creative question. And that question is, how can we get that rifle back? Because surely we know all men are entitled the right to bear arms, right, guys? That's what the founding fathers wanted.
That famous line in the Magna Carta. Yeah, all you American citizens of Britain, you guys are allowed guns too.
I never thought I'd see the day, John, but
Yeah.
you just alienated all of our liberal audience.
Which is our entire audience.
Yeah.
I'd rather have an audience of patriots that's tiny. But yes, okay. So, how can we get that rifle back? That is my creative question to you. And I am now going to play the final song. And the song title is 95, and the name of the artist is Picture This. This is 95 by Picture This. Talk to you guys after the break.
Oh, she's mine.
Howdy.
Hello.
Guten Tag, as they say in fucking.
Indeed.
Oh.
What's up, my dudes?
As they don't say in fucking.
No.
So yes, right. Okay. So this time I'm going to go into the creative questions round first. Creative answers, and then we will tackle the common song. So the question is, how can we get that rifle back and preserve our rights? And the first person to answer is Frederick Bloy. Fred, take it away.
Okay, so I'm going to do a first here, I think, in the creative answers round, and that's not answer the question.
Okay, it's a bold strategy. Can't see if it pays off for him.
Fred, you truly must be a creative writing student.
Yes, in that I don't follow what people tell me to do, and for that pay the price by not making money, or in this case, getting points. I think you're not really understanding the seriousness of the situation of your concern with getting the rifle back. That deer has run off with the gun, right? It's going to take it to the rest of wherever the deer are, because it will go, like, home at some point, whatever home for it is. And as we have seen throughout history, when a group of animals lays hands on firearms, that's when it starts to get ugly. For example, the Australian Emu Wars. And more recently, the Planet of the Apes films. I think you should stop worrying about the gun and just run. It won't be long before those deer learn how to talk, and then they will be ravaging you for all you're worth, son. They'll just charge in. They're faster than you. They've got better hearing than you. They're literal animals who live in the forest. They probably have better functioning political systems than you. You will lose. So I wouldn't try to get the rifle back. I would just leave. Go to, I don't know, somewhere nice. Fiji.
Have you heard of fucking? Great weather.
I mean, no, but that's still mainland Europe. Those deer can run. They'll find you.
Shit.
Europe will be the first to fall. Like.
Yes, well, hop on a dolphin and go to London.
There you go.
Yes, Britain famously is not a part of Europe.
Not anymore.
No, it's actually not a part of the continent of Europe anymore. We've said it ourselves.
Like, the further we talk about Brexit, the further actually up the planet we physically travel.
Yeah. We're right next door to Iceland now.
Yeah, we're legally Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Oh. Well. Next up we have on my wheel of fortune, Cameron. What's your answer?
As Alexander the Great proved when he slashed through the Gordian knot, sometimes the simplest solutions are the correct one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd ask the deer for the gun back. Like it's a big deer. And so you gotta basically say, hey, it's big misunderstanding. I was shooting at some birds who were talking crap about you. They said your horns and antlers were dumb, and they called you a ninny, and and ask them nicely for your gun back. And if that doesn't work, your buddies have guns, and chances are they can use them quicker than the deer can, hopefully. And but yeah, once you got your gun back, reassess your life choices to become a hunter.
Oh, damn straight. I mean,
Now, that was a surprisingly erudite reference from Cameron. I'm almost impressed with you.
I mean,
Yeah, I know what Erudite reference is.
I liked how it took a bit of a turn. Like, were you advocating shooting the deer if it doesn't give you your gun back?
I'm advocating getting the gun back and then not being hunter anymore.
Wait, so it's okay to shoot the deer so that you can stop hunting?
Yeah, you gotta get before you quit anything. You have the last one, like the last smoke, the last drink, the last line of cat. This will be your last hunt.
Oh, Cameron, yeah, like, mate, we need to get going to Thailand. I hear they got tons of the stuff over there.
True. I need to stop off somewhere because I need to get some washing detergent.
Yeah. Where should we go for that? Should we go to that shady back alley with Dodgy Dave?
I'm thinking Swindler Steve. He's always
Swindler Steve. Yeah, he's got the good shit right there.
Yeah.
And finally, Patrick Burton, how would you? Yes, go on.
Now you see when I initially heard you regale us with this tale, my thoughts immediately went to how cartoonish the whole situation was. I think we're all familiar with Bugs Bunny and Elmer with the Kill the Wabbit as a primary example sort of thing. So I thought, well, we need to just be as equally cartoony in order to play along with the situation and in order for it to reach its natural conclusion. So I think the best port of call would be Heinz Doofenshmirtz. Now, Heinz Doofenshmirtz, fantastic, brilliant evil mind. And he would definitely be able to create for us a deer gun findinator. But then, of course, Perry the Platypus, as he commonly does, would burst through the wall. But then, of course, we would capture him. But then, of course, he would get out. But then we'd have to explain to him, no, Perry, this is for an actually good cause. We're trying to remove firearms from dangerous places. We're trying to get guns off the streets, or at least off the trails. And then hopefully Perry the Platypus, we'd be able to reason with him. And we'd get the gun back. But then, of course, Doofenshmirtz, something bad would happen with the deer gun findinator, and he would be blown up or something. He would say, "Curse you, Perry the Platypus." So everybody's happy. Perry is happy because he's thwarted Doofenshmirtz. Doofenshmirtz is happy because on the inside, even him being defeated, that is his purpose in life, and deep down on some kind of subconscious level, he knows this and plays along with it. The person who lost the gun is happy because they get their gun back, and the stag themselves is happy because they can reject modernity and embrace nature by shrugging off this foul piece of technology which perverts the natural course of the world.
Oh, it all comes full circle. Oh, wonderful. Gosh, that's very, very good. And that is everybody. So, we have Cameron's very, very 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 nice one. I liked it.
Occam's
well,
razor.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's wait, how is it Occam's razor?
Occam's razor. It's the same as what it's the simplest solution is often the correct one.
Ah, yes. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'm afraid by introducing that element into it, Patrick, you made Cameron's one seem even better to me.
God damn it! Ah!
Think of the competition, Joe.
I hate this game.
Wait.
I mean, I'll be nice and say Fred's using Chekhov's gun. He's introducing a gun, and then he's got to use it at the end.
For God's sake. I like them all. I like them all. I'm going to go with Cameron's one.
Oh,
Yes. Very good.
Game is rigged. It's rigged. It's been rigged from the start. The whole thing, other than the points I won, this whole thing has been rigged.
I donate enough points to Fred so that he can overtake Patrick.
Okay.
You can't just
Wait,
do
what?
that, Cameron. You can't just do that.
Okay, so we've got.
Wait, what? You're letting him do this? This is, oh my god!
I am. We've got.
Actually rigged, though.
We had Fred on 2 points, Cameron on 7, and Patrick on 3. But now Cameron has donated 2 points to Fred, meaning that Fred is now on 4 points. Cameron is still winning on 5, but Fred is overtaking Patrick by 1.
I don't know if I
This is
want this.
complete horse shit.
I don't know if I want
But-
this.
But
Dare I say, dag shit.
but
I feel bad. I don't.
well actually no, well Fred, do you accept the charity? You can give it back.
Or you could give them to me just to screw with Cameron even more.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is tough. I don't know.
Fred, if you did that, then Patrick and Cameron would be drawing because
Oh!
Patrick is on 3, Cameron is on 5, and you're on 4.
Okay, I retract my points. I'm not giving them to Fred. If he
No,
does
no,
that.
you've already given them away now,
You-
Cameron.
you-
You've already given them away now, Cameron.
Yes.
You can't do anything,
Well,
Cameron.
yes. Fred,
This
it is
is
your call.
You didn't get a
rule
receipt.
card
You
trading
got
rules,
no
Cameron.
receipt.
No takebacks.
Yeah.
Shit.
So Fred can either give them back to Cameron, or hang on to them, or give them to Patrick.
Hang on.
So, okay, so like the thing is, if I hang on to them, I can get a drawn win if I get this right.
You can.
If I give them all to Patrick, okay, if I divide them up like in the correct way, if I give like 2 points to Patrick, it will be tied and I can't win.
Mhm.
Oh, dearie me.
Fred, I have always loved.
Fred, think you're too kind, Fred. You need to stop thinking about yourself and what you want to do.
I think the worst option would be for me to deny Cameron's points because then there's no point in this last round.
Yes, I agree.
So even the man who wrote it agrees. Huzzah! I am going to. I haven't won one in a while. I'm going to, seeing as it's getting close to Christmas, the most charitable time of year. I will give. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll give 1 point to Cameron, so he's on 6.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
I will give 2 points to Patrick,
Wow.
so he is on 5. Yes,
Yes, but that puts you on
I am
1.
on 1 point. I'm out.
I
But
see.
then you might as well have made Cameron and I tie.
No, because I don't want a straight winner. Patrick, if you win, I want it to be
That's
in.
a bit homophobic there. Actually, no, it's homophilic. Wait.
Are you afraid of homosociality, Patrick?
No. I just get easily confused when I try to use big words.
No, I know this puts me out of the game, but if they both win, it will be like, they've been having this like banter throughout. It will be really nice, and I will be remembered as like, I'll be on par with that I forget his name, the guy who needs to get his wings in It's a Wonderful Life. I'll be on par with him.
Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be on par with him as everyone's like favorite character because he's so lovable.
I mean, that's a damn good movie. I think, of course, what's really powerful about that movie is that it's a real. What it actually really comes down to is it's a real examination of American society and American culture and what it really means to be American and to follow the American dream. And I think ultimately, not Francis Ford Coppola, but the people who made it and James Stewart and everyone involved in it have realized in their own lifetimes that they should reject modernity and embrace nature. And
Actually, you know what? Patrick can also have my final point.
Oh my god.
Because I've thought about this, right? I was never going to like until Cameron gave me those points, I was like, if we're staying honest to this format, I was never going to win this episode. So it should stay that way. And having 1 point, what's that going to give me? Of course, the main reason I'm doing this is I'm still going to guess for this final one, so you two will end as joint winners. That is if I guess correctly. But yeah, I'll do that. Yes, Cameron, I'm sorry, your conniving against Patrick has come back to bite you.
Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, wonderful. Okay. So,
I've just got a big grin on my face right now for the benefit of those listening.
Radio is a visual medium.
Radio is a visual medium.
And now for the overarching story of the song breaks. So we have had, to recap, we've had Jabba the Hutt by PewDiePie. We have had the next episode by Dr. Dre. And we have had 95 by Picture This. What do people think?
Is the new COVID vaccine coming out next year, i.e. next episode of the world? And it's 95% effective, and it's also called Jabba the Hutt.
Okay, you're very, very close. You're very, very close. Okay,
I'm close.
Okay, the next COVID vaccine coming out next year is 90% effective, but also it's like something about Oxford and stuff.
No. Okay. It is 95% effective.
Okay.
As for when it's coming out, it is coming out shortly. But the question is, so Jabba the Hutt, Jab. That was me trying to.
Oh, very clever.
Nice. I get you. I get
Very
you. Now.
clever.
Yeah. Thank you. 95. So that's 95%. So
Yeah.
So 95 by Picture This and Jabba the Hutt by PewDiePie have both played their roles in getting this song across. But the next episode by Dr. Dre, that needs to come into it somehow. And the question is,
does it contain trace elements of cannabis?
Fine. That's good.
It does not.
Is Dr. Dre the one who invented the vaccine, thus finally making him a certified doctor?
No, but we're getting close. We're getting close.
Getting close.
No, we're not that close. Okay, so the vaccine is ready. Let's think. The vaccine is ready. It's going to be rolled out in the near future. So
it is. True.
What is the question that is going to be on the minds of the people rolling it out? What needs to be decided?
How much money can we make off of this?
No, it's
How
not
many people need who to
developed in
give it out to first?
Yeah, who goes to first?
Right. Yes, and And
You guys are too
It
optimistic.
goes to old people first. It goes to like the vulnerable first. It goes to dead people first. It goes to politicians first. It goes to me.
Are we
first.
just listing stuff? Don't.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we're so close. But so how does the second song tie into it?
Doctors decide who it goes to. No.
Snoop Dogg
It
decides.
goes to doctors first.
Cameron's got it. Cameron wins
God
this
damn it.
episode of Talk of the Devil with 7 points. The new
Ah!
COVID vaccine, which is 95% effective, is being rolled out in the very near future, and it is going to the NHS workers first, not people over 80 and not people in care homes.
Which is interesting.
No, I mean it makes sense because
It does make sense.
You don't want the people to be treating you to have COVID, and also it's like when you're in like an airplane and you're a parent and parents are supposed to put on their oxygen masks first because if they put that they have to be able to be conscious in order to help their children. They can't, you know what I mean? It's like you can't like put the children's masks on because then you're going to die and then they're not going to know what to do because they're children.
Very true.
So it does make sense.
It does.
Good question. What's your guys'
It doesn't
address?
make sense as Cameron Khan winning this damn episode.
What's your address? I was going to send you like a picture frame to hang up that L.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't technically lose. I just kind of provided entertainment throughout, in my opinion.
You tried to screw me. You tried to screw me.
I didn't try to screw you. I tried to bring in the Christmas spirit.
To hell with your Christmas
Yeah.
spirit.
The Christmas spirit in November. Oh yeah.
November 29th. We're getting close. I mean, have we entered Advent? This is beside the point.
No, we haven't. Advent.
It's.
You're the only one here who actually goes to church on a somewhat regular basis. You should know.
Advent 2020 began on Sunday, the 29th of November. Patrick, you've been
What
checkmated.
the hell? This is some bullshit. Oh my god, I actually hate my life right now. First of all, apparently dolphins do frickin' live in the North Sea. 'Cause apparently they don't give a shit how cold it is, and they just want to fuck with me. And now Advent apparently doesn't start when December starts. Like
It's the
all
first Sunday.
Advent calendars.
It's the
Oh.
To be fair, I thought they started on the 1st of December as well.
Well, now that you say it like that, Fred, now it's obvious to me because I do know, but oh,
Guys,
okay. It's okay.
I'm so mad with myself. With no one else, I'm just mad with myself for being
John,
such a fucking moron for the past
you
2
can
hours.
now wrap it up if you so wish.
I'm afraid I do need to wrap it up because I am.
Patrick screams into the void.
I need to go to do another podcast with Bailric.
Indeed, you do.
Yes, but this has been really good. Thank you guys so much for coming on. You've been great.
Thank
Thank you for hosting. Yeah.
No worries at all. So yes, this has been Talk of the Devil on Sunday, the 29th of November. The winner is Kamran
First day of Advent.
Yes, indeed. So, let us bring back the opening and closing theme of this episode. Here it comes. Right. Say goodbye.
Thank you so much for joining us. I've been Fred. I didn't lose. I had a great time. John was a very good host. Goodbye.
I think I beat Patrick again, as I always do, and you're going to have to live with that big L.
So I'm Patrick. No jumps. Don't do drugs. Stay in school, kids.
Thank you very much. Wonderful.
Well, wait a second. Sorry. I got that confused, John. I actually got that confused. Don't do school. Stay in drugs, kids. There we are. Now the real message is out there.
Oh, perfect. Yes, and make sure those drugs are cleaning products.
Oh yeah.
The Lancaster University Comedy Institute does not support inhaling cleaning products. Only Donald Trump supports that.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Indeed.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, I now really have to go. So, this has been so much fun. And the song is on its 3rd loop already. Okay, I've disconnected it now.
Okay.